At the end, people were gossiping about CEO Chun Sik. One of the players recalled that the CEO had promised that he would take first place on the server this year. People were discussing that he has no chance, because the old man can't keep up with the young people. The hero scratched his ear and assumed that he was being discussed, but the girl sitting next to him reminded him that people discuss the director every day and he should not believe in superstitions. As the man drank the alcohol, a question interested him. Why is everything in this game so realistic? The girl said that it's because of the latest model of the VR device, which transmits everything, even pain. The hero drinking alcohol said that he was better in life anyway, and expressed that he didn't understand why kids like to play it so much. The hero asked for another mug. The man asked what he needed to do, and the girl began to explain. She explained that the hero needed to raise the maximum level, raise karma points, and become a tanker, and handed him a scroll with exact instructions. The hero didn't expect that there would be such difficulties, and regretted that he promised to take the first place. A girl overheard the conversation and was amused. The hero and his secretary were interrupted by loud voices of people. They were ranchers who were discussing the death of one person very loudly. The secretary was angry at the noise, but didn't say anything. The hero at the same time approached those people and asked them to be quiet. The man began to scold the young people for having no manners at all. The director approached the player and continued to yell at him and say that his parents did not bring him up at all. The man in heavy armor jumped up as he was very offended by the director's words. The hero was even more furious as he was treated disrespectfully. The hero continued to argue until another player intervened and strongly advised the director to go play chess instead of this game. The hero didn't understand what the insult was about, but the player warned that if the man didn't get off, he would kill him. The principal wanted to continue the argument, but the secretary stopped the hero. Rancor was already on edge and was not going to let the old man go. The girl tried to justify the hero, also said that it would not be very nice for Rancor to kill newcomers. The player told the old man and the girl to run away while they can. The director also advised to learn manners. The Rancor's partner asked if he would really let the hero and his companion go, to which he replied that he would not. He was already thinking about the best way to deal with the principal. The hero was walking and complained that he had a low level, because if things were different, he would have been able to teach those rude people a lesson. The girl turned to the man looking at him with an incomprehensible look and said that the man should not spread the fact that in life he is a CEO. The girl explained that if the CEO's identity was revealed, there would be problems and assassination attempts. The man said he didn't care. The director was determined to raise the levels quickly so that no one could say anything to him. The man looked at the scroll and asked about the animal he needed to kill. It was a quest monster. When they found the monster, it had already been defeated. Someone had come earlier and killed the monster. The girl noticed that the corpse was fresh and had been killed recently. The girl said she had a bad presence, but in a moment her lower body was chopped off. It was Rancor and another player from his pack. The one was incredibly angry with the principal. He said that he would never forgive the humiliation he experienced. The hero realized that the secretary was dead and he was alone. Rancor could not understand how an ordinary newcomer dared to scold the Rancors. The director was accusing these people of murder, and for no reason. The man in armor did not listen to the hero, swung and delivered a strong blow right on the man's stomach. The hero realized that the pain from this blow is the same as in real life. The enemies began to laugh at the pain the man experienced. Rancor told a secret: the hero can't die because he is under a rookie buff. The man began to insult the little rascals. The enemy in armor drew his weapon. He struck with all his might, then another, and another. He threw many blows. To his surprise, the hero did not lose heart, but asked what else the armadillo would say. The hero didn't understand why strong players were doing this. The man in armor was very annoyed, but he was asked to step back by the rancher. He took the hero by the hair and put the knife right to his eye. A scream was heard from the man, his eye was cut out. Ranker said that such are the rules of the world where only the strongest survive. Ranker said that if the man does not like something, let him go, and complain to the developers. The hero began to threaten the offender. Before the enemy received a message, he was angry, as he liked to bully the newcomer. Runkier told his partner that he was summoned by the guild leader, but the hero grabbed the enemy by the leg and did not let him go. The enemy kicked the man's arm with his foot and walked away. The man in armor was intent on continuing to beat up the director, but suddenly a blow landed on his jaw. As a result, many blows flew on the body and face of the enemy. The hero could not realize who it was. The savior turned out to be a girl who was very angry for such behavior. She called them scum. She also said that she would make the trash die. Back in the day, when the game was unveiled. At the end, the hero, the CEO of the company, was asked to speak. The man said hello to everyone and asked for any questions. One of the attendees asked about the meaning of the slogan and why they weren't solving the main problem. The hero was a bit confused, and the man continued to ask about the fact that you can't play without donations, even though the slogan said the opposite. This person made a serious look and suggested that the director has never played. According to this man, the hero does not understand how to play against VIP players. The words flooded the hero. Clenching his teeth, he began to shout in emotion that the team's hands from Skadnitsa. Then he promised to take the top 1 place in the game for a year. In real time, the enemy was defeated. The hero asked who the girl was and why she helped. She also gave a recovery potion. The old man was angry as she threw it right in his face. He drank the potions, and the girl told him to run away. She told him that she didn't defeat the enemy, but only oribalized him. The enemy had just come to his senses and was incredibly angry. The hero asked if the girl had a plan, and she grabbed the man's hand, and they started to run away together. The hero didn't understand why the girl couldn't just defeat the enemy, but the girl admitted that she was also a beginner and couldn't fight a rancher. The girl admitted that she couldn't win, but she was able to pull off a trick. After that, the enemy was enveloped in slime. The director did not know what it is, and the girl said that few people use this slime, although the effect is amazing. The hero said that she didn't understand the younger generation at all. Suddenly the man's face changed. He saw the enemy ready to finish off the girl who came to save him. The enemy struck, smoke rose, but the girl managed to survive. The body of the enemy began to be covered with more slime, because if you move the effect increases. After the process was completed, the enemy turned into slime. The girl opened a portal, and the enemy asked to turn him back. He turned to the hero and said that next time the man will die. The hero, however, yelled again for manners, and said that the enemy deserved a belt. The hero said the next time he saw him, the enemy would be in trouble. In the end, he was the only one left standing. Another ranker arrived on the scene, who, seeing the deplorable state of his partner, was disappointed. He asked where the guys had gone, but he didn't know. Ranker said that if he could find the rookie director, he would get a good amount of money. In the town square near the statues of death, the secretary waxed anxious. The girl was worried, because if the reputation of the principal tried, it would be on her conscience. At that time a man was walking with his savior and happily discussed her tricks. The man greeted the secretary. A little later the girls explained everything. The savior said that newcomers should help each other. The hero was saying how awesome the girl was. The man asked who the girl works in real life and how much she earns, but she didn't give an answer as they were just playing. The secretary said that from now on she would not let the director down and apologized. The man said that the girl should not blame herself. It is only because he is weak. Also, the principal said that he will be traveling with the new girl, and she doesn't need to help him anymore. The secretary immediately jumped up, as she didn't understand why. The director explained that he didn't want to burden the secretary any further, so let her do her own thing. The secretary started screaming. She didn't understand how the director could trust such a person. The man said that his decision was final, and said that it was not a request but an order. The savior said that the secretary would not worry, as she would not give the hero an offense. The secretary said goodbye, but she didn't like the savior. The secretary was sure that the girl is getting close to the hero on purpose. The man asked why the girl wanted to follow him and train him. She immediately spoke of kindness and safe help. The man was glad that there were such people among the youth. The girl said she had to go. They agreed to raise the level together tomorrow. The girl left the building and started laughing, as it was easier than she thought. She was determined to get everything the principal had. The main office. The girl approached the hero and notified him that the customization of the VR device was complete. The man was happy about this and said he would be right over. The director recognized that the game is actually not that bad. The secretary turned to the hero and said she would like to help the man with the game. The hero said he'd said all he had to say, and he was fucking determined to test his strength. He was determined to get strong and beat up his abusers. He said he'd play for an hour or two and go home. The girl was determined to disobey orders. The hero got into the game where his new companion was already waiting for him. There around the corner the secretary was watching them. Guys to see the secretary's tactics to raise the level. The girl snatched the scroll, but was disappointed, as she expected to see something interesting there. The girl ended up telling her that there are better ways to level up. She said to follow her. She was determined to show everything. The hero looked at what the girl showed and wasn't sure if they needed it. The girl started to say that it was necessary. The man said he didn't have any money, and the girl said they needed to donate. The girl was happy, because in her opinion the plan worked out. She wanted to become a VIP player and become powerful very quickly. In the end, the girl wanted to steal the hero, who will spend money on game sets. To the girl's dismay, the hero said he was not going to do that. The girl began to persuade the man, but he had no intention of spending money on the game. The hero said that he wanted to raise the level on his own, without investments. The man said that young people do not appreciate their parents' money at all. The hero asked what he needed to do to become top 1 on the server. There was an awkward pause, and the girl laughed. It turns out that in order to become the top 1 to begin with, you need to get the maximum level, later accumulate enough karma points, which determine the place in the ranking. Karma points can be obtained by almost every action. The hero was thinking about what the girl said, and she took advantage of the moment again advised the hero to buy a set. The man did not even listen, and asked if they were going to raise the level. Less Dorlet. The girl again began to talk about how it is easier to buy a donut than to go through a boring guide. The hero said that they needed to find one animal. Later they noticed a man who was being beaten by animals. The girl discouraged the hero to interfere, but he disappeared. He had already gone to the rescue of this man and began to fight with the monsters. There was no effect from the hero's punch. The monsters pounced on the man, and he asked the girl for help. The girl had no intention of helping, and the man continued to ask for help. The man who had been defeated by the monsters moments earlier stood up. The man said he would help, but he ended up being a healer. The girl was very surprised that he turned out to be a healer. The hero thanked the player. The man started fighting the monsters. The secretary was upset that she couldn't help her principal openly. she decided to fire her bow. The monster was afraid of something, and that something turned out to be the king of the forest, who was shot by the secretary. The one was furious and roared violently. In the past, the beast slept imagining eating honey. But his beautiful dream was interrupted by an arrow that flew straight into his forehead. From all this, he was furious, and came to the hero and his comrades. The monster attacked the hero, but he was able to dodge at the last moment. From the paw of the beast was left a huge hole. This monster is called the thug of the newcomers, as it is the first strong monster they meet. The girl was glad that the hero was facing difficulties, as it would be easier for her to get him to donate. She thought the hero would get frustrated with the game when he lost a bunch of times, and then she was determined to step in and show how donations made stronger. The only problem for the girl was the secretary she noticed. The girl wondered why the secretary was not joining the fight. The fight continued. The hero assumed the bear had lost a lot of blood and was a bit weakened. But the enemy struck and the hero cabbed. Thanks to his recovery, he was able to survive. The man asked if his partner could do anything else, but he was silent. He remembered something and started casting a skill, and it turned out to be a sphere of light. The hero did not understand why this useless sphere, but his thinking was interrupted by a monster. The monster grabbed the man's leg and started swinging it in different directions. He ended up asking for it right in front of the chiller. The man started to struggle, and the girl started to tell the hero to give up. The hero said that he would never give up, and said that he noticed the monster's weakness. The girl was surprised that the hero was so quickly able to find the weakness of the beast. But the hero broke her expectation, as he suggested that like all bears, he was afraid of light. The man told her that he had seen something like this in a movie. The girl couldn't understand what the hero was talking about. The man said to use the light on the signal. The hero called the bear and ordered it to attack. The beast pounced on the man, and when he was ready to attack, the lair stepped in and blocked the attack. And when the hero gave the signal the chiller used a light, the man had a light strike on the bear's forehead. The girl was surprised, and the bear was incredibly angry about this attack, but still died. The girl started to criticize the hero, but he asked her not to spoil the impression. It turned out that the bear was not finally dead and needed to be finished. Seeing the cute face of the monster, the hero became. The girl didn't understand why he didn't finish him, and he said he wouldn't do it. They started arguing furiously. Eventually the hero confessed that the monster made too cute a face. They continued to yell at each other, and the other player also sat the face of the beast and began to restore it. They understood each other without words, and the beast left. The hero realized that the girl will not rest until he kills the beast. Turning around, he noticed that he was already gone. The man started shouting where the bear was missing. To the hero's surprise, the healer wanted to join his team. The hero asked the girl's opinion, and they decided to accept the big guy. The hero introduced himself as the leader of the team, and he and the girl started arguing about it again. It turned out that the new member of the team downloaded all stats into the force, even though he was a hitman, and that's why the girl yelled at him. The hero was thinking about stats. The girl turned to the hero and said that they were going to reset the stats of the hitman, asking if the hero was going with them or not. The man said that they can go, and he will put them here. The hero was approached by an unknown girl. She asked if he was the CEO. The man pretended he wasn't, but the girl was sure of her speculation. The girl was a fan of the hero, and especially liked his book. The girl was amazed by the hero's statement about becoming a top one without donating. The girl proceeded to ask a bunch of questions, and the hero was awkwardly silent. He thought about the fact that the secretary asked him not to spread his identity. But looking at the girl, the hero realized that she didn't seem bad. The hero was about to confess, but his partner stepped in and said that he couldn't be the director. The hero and the new acquaintance was surprised. The girl explained that if he was the director, he had spent a lot of money on the game. The hero could not understand why spend money on the game. The new acquaintance told that the director promised to achieve the first sibling without spending money on the game. The girl, however, explained that a rich man would not play the game without donating. The girl began to insult the director, and the hero was depressed. The girl listened to these words and realized that there was a sense in the bottom. The hero was angry. In the end, the girl decided to back down, as now she was not sure of her arguments. The hero asked why she was looking for the director. The girl confessed to being a dramatist. The hero was glad that his companion stood up for him, as there could have been problems. The girl couldn't let anyone else get in her way. She hopes that the hero is really the principal. The girl was not the first time she had made a mistake and was upset. A rancher came up to her and asked her what she was doing. She confessed that she was looking for the director. The girl said she couldn't find the headmaster, even though she asked all the idiots. Ranker was angry at the guild leader, since he is not a detective to find the director. He asked what the girl was going to do when she found the one she was looking for. She confessed that she would kill the headmaster first and then look. The secretary was watching the whole thing. She couldn't understand why the guild was after the director. The girl was pondering, but she was interrupted by a man who asked what she was doing. She started running away, ignoring this player. The plan to reset the stars failed, since the hitman had already been to the cathedral. As a result, the team decided to start throwing stats into intelligence from now on. The hero tried to cheer up his partner, but he was unsuccessful. The girl said that there was one item, namely a potion of reset characteristics, but it is no longer available. The hero did not understand what the point of talking about an item that cannot get. The girl said that there is a black market where they can find this item. The hero decided to go straight to the place. The girl explained that they need to prepare, as the place is dangerous. It turned out the hero was unstoppable, and he headed there. When they got to the black market, they were walking down an alley. A cat appeared, which led the people to the black market. They were fascinated by the cat. This place is run by players with cat-like appearance. The girl told the cat what item they were looking for. The girl and the healer headed for the item, and asked the hero to stand still. The hero was approached by the cat, who asked if he was looking for something. The man was startled, but the cat continued on. He introduced himself as the manager of the place, and said he could find everything the hero was looking for. Nothing was needed anymore, and the cat offered to come to his guild and rest. The hero thought that nothing bad would happen, and the cat pulled him by the hand. When they arrived at the place, they were met by a huge number of cats. The hero was glad that the place was nice inside. But after the hero drank the contents of the glass, he spat it out, as it was grape juice mixed with a random potion. The cat apologized that the hero would have to pay for the potion. The hero asked how much he had to pay, and the cat said the sum of 30,000 gold pieces. The hero asked again, and the cat said that it was with a 70% discount. The man admitted that he didn't have that kind of money. The cat took out a fork and said that the man would have to pay for the potion with his body. A little later, the director was already tied up. The cat began to explain that the potion the guy drank could not be returned. The hero started mooing as his mouth was taped shut. The black cat ordered his man to let the hero speak. The man started yelling at the cats for being crooks. The cat, on the other hand, said that they didn't force the hero to drink it, he agreed to it himself. The man began to shout and said that the world has a terrible youth. The cat came to the man and advised him to keep quiet. The cat said that the hero only needed to do one simple task and they would be even. The man was angry and refused. The cat asked his subordinate to show the hero a video of him beating and abusing the cats, and then forcibly taking away the potion and drinking it. The cat said that the hero's regular customers would immediately expel him. The hero was angry and started screaming. The man could not allow to be found out, as he is the director. The girl complained that the potion cost a lot of money, although a year ago it cost a pittance. She didn't see the hero and heard the cats talking about the boss catching a sucker. They were talking about how easy it was to cheat newbies. The girl really hoped the cats didn't mean the hero. The cat wrote a statement on the agreement of which the hero had to catch the flaming dragon in order to pay his debt. The man wasn't sure it was possible with his skills. The cat deceived him by saying that it was a weak monster. The cat sent the hero with his cat and said he would explain everything to him. He said to put in the portal and go. Although the hero didn't want to do it, the cat forced him into it. One of the cats asked what would happen if the hero managed to catch the beast. In case the hero failed, he would become their slave. The hero and his cat companion found themselves in a forest of fog. The hero complained about this behavior, and the cat asked him to stop. He said to stop whining and started leading the hero to the palace with the dragon. The hero asked about the dragon, and the cat told him to shut up and follow him. The man was angry, but he started to disappear into the mist. The cat disappeared, and the man started calling for it. The cat never showed up, and the hero was left alone. The man noticed a movement and turned around thinking it was his guide, but it was a monster. He climbed on the director's shoulder, and in front of him, he saw a huge monster. They began to run away with all their might, while the hero complained about the cats and out of methods. The dragon was in close proximity to the fleeing hero, but he ran with all his might. The dragon was very close and seemed ready to swallow the hero. At that time, the cats were gambling and the boss was winning. The cats were discussing that their slave had not returned, but the boss reassured them that he should return. The girl went inside, and the cats immediately began to greet her. The girl asked if they had seen the newcomer, but the cat pretended not to. The girl asked if the cat swears, and the cat asked her why she wanted to know. The girl said that her acquaintance had disappeared and asked again. The girl realized that she would not learn anything here and told the cat to leave with her. A cat offered the girl grape juice, but she refused. One cat asked if the girl was worth dealing with, but the cat said she looked familiar. He definitely knew her. A little later, the hero woke up in a cave where he was hiding from a dragon along with a monster. The hero thought he was already dead, but it turned out at the last moment he fell into the pit. The man threw the beast away from him and thought about how he would get out of this place. He looked at the beast that was trying to dig the hole. The monster dug a mole. He gave the animal to the hero, but it started to move and the hero let it go. The mole immediately began to vomit, and the earth got into the man's eyes. The mole dug a path that the hero could fit in. The monster went in first, followed by the headmaster. The hero crawled through the narrow tunnel, but noticed an interesting place filled with some crystals. It was a beautiful place. The hero was worried about how he would get out of here. The lizard asked to follow her, so the hero did. As they were walking, the monsters followed them, and now they were running much faster while running away from them. When one monster wanted to attack Jazarika, the hero saved her. It was very touched by such an act and climbed on the guy and began to lick him. The hero was running, and his speed was decreasing as well as his stamina. Suddenly the man remembered about the slime received from the girl and used it. It helped but stopped only a small part of the monsters. Suddenly the lizard used fire breath, which allowed them to break away a bit. After a long time of running, they finally managed to escape. The hero fed the lizard and it changed a bit after eating the monster. The lizard decided to shoot fire and ended up hitting the dragon, which was hidden by darkness.